What's up, you guys? This is Doc's Fantasy Corner. As always, this is your host, Doc. We're going to kind of just get into it this week. Have a lot of things kind of different about the NFL now. The landscape of the league looks a little different. Carolina Panthers are bringing back Cam Newton. Las Vegas Raiders are kind of falling apart on us here as we speak. So there's a lot of things kind of going down across the NFL. Going on in our league here. Obviously, we have a lot of winners, a lot of losers every single week. Somehow, I ended up managed to beat the best team in the league, Pat, aka Brady's eighth ring. Managed to beat him with Jordan Love in my lineup. Originally, I had Kyler Murray out with an ankle injury or something like that. I think he was listed as questionable, and then they listed him as out. But all the games had started. The only quarterbacks I could choose from were Jimmy Garoppolo or Jordan Love, and I thought there was more upside with Jordan Love. Obviously, he only got me 8 points, but I wasn't going to take Murray out. But I had such a big outing by James Conner and had such a great game out of Mike Gesicki that I knew I had to give my team a chance. I couldn't just fold because Pat's team looks better than mine. I had to give my team a chance. So I ended up squeaking that one out. Your boy's now 5-4. P-Word Destroyer 469-420. Now sitting. I believe I'm tied for fourth place with Lemon, Suck My Chub, and Dan Peno, Eckler, Hardly Know Her. Also, I'm going to keep the mic closer to my mouth this episode. I was told that would probably be the best thing for everybody. So that's just what I'm going to do for you guys. I am looking at the landscape of the league. Obviously, we have a couple 4 and 5 teams. Jim Gav with T-Law's Luscious Maine and Sean Murphy with Dalvin and the Chipmunks. Looks like Murphy's on a 2-game losing streak that's really got to hurt. Right now, Jim's on the he's on the plus. He has a 1-game win streak that's looking good for him. Team Franny Fantasy has lost 8 in a row after his first big win week 1. So, like I said, I'll have to go back and check tape, but there's a lot of contenders, a lot of pretenders in this league. I knew my team was an upper echelon team. I'm on a 2-win streak here. Higberry Sawback, his team's a great team, but he's beat up. He's been beat up last few weeks. Got in the win column last week to bring him back. So now he's sitting at a 6-3 record, tied for first place. The league has him listed obviously as his third place, but he has a 6-3 record. So as it stands right now, the league can shake up a few different ways. Just to kind of get back into the matchups, though. This is Doc's Fantasy Corner, baby. This is why we're here every single week. For anybody that is watching at home, obviously everybody's watching at home because why would you watch this at work? You probably get fired, so don't watch this at work. But just want to get into some of these matchups here. I personally, I didn't write anything down. But I had to take a look at basically the players that are in this week. Some of the players are out with COVID. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's still going to be out with COVID possibly. But Sean Murphy has Russell Wilson coming back. So that's what's going to make this week super interesting. Each game moving forward, boys, is going to have playoff implications. So that's why I think we have to kind of stay on top of our toes here. First matchup of the week. I'm starting out strong with Team Dinkelberg, Matt Pulley, who's on a 2-game win streak. He's tied for first place. One of those 6-3 teams. He's playing a 5-4 team. So Dan Peno, this is a huge game for you if you want to still be in contention after this week. Matt Pulley, this is a chance for you to kind of pull away. So huge playoff implications, like I said, for everybody. And this is obviously would look better for me if Pulley was able to squeak one out this week. So this way I can kind of pass Peno in that win column and kind of separate myself into maybe one of the second tier teams. Obviously each league has a tier, and right now I'm in the second tier, but I'm tied with 2 other guys. So I need that to change. Looking at the teams, it's Tom Brady versus Justin Herbert, Alvin Kamara versus Austin Eckler. So Austin Eckler's playing Minnesota, Kamara's playing Tennessee. Tennessee's been pretty decent this year, but also Pulley's got Najee Harris, and Najee Harris has been as good as advertised. He's been a bell cow. He's been probably one of the best running backs in the league this year. From a fantasy standpoint, obviously, he's still a rookie. Got to kind of hold him accountable for some of the things. But Jonathan Taylor's been right there. in terms of fantasy running backs. Jonathan Taylor has been one of the better ones in the league. I guess more consistent wise, but the wide receiver rooms here are no joke as well. I mean, these are two well-equipped teams. I'd like to see maybe Pinto make a move. Obviously, I think the trade deadline already passed for our league, but certainly need to figure out his wide receiver too. It doesn't look like he probably has had that set up, but that being said, Jalen Waddle got you 10 points. So Mike Williams and Cooper Kupp, I kind of like the way they're playing a little bit better than Tyler Lockett and Jalen Waddle. So I like that combo better. I also like Darren Waller better than I like Pat Freiermuth. Freiermuth is still a rookie. So looking at these teams, it's no wonder why Matt Poley, Team Dinkelberg, is sitting at a 6-3 record. They have the spread right now. They have the spread right now at 9 points, but man, I think Matt Poley's going to win this by at least 13. So spread 13.5 on this game. Moving forward, T-Law's Luscious Mane playing Chase You Are the Man. So Franny versus Mark. Jim Gavigan versus Mark. This is another one of those things that has playoff implications. Reason being, Jim, you are not in a playoff spot. Mark definitely is not sitting at 6-3. Mark's just trying to be competitive for everybody. But Jim, I'm playing Lemon this week. I'm going to get into that matchup in a little bit, but Jim, you're sitting at one game behind Lemon for 6th place, and that's the last playoff spot. I believe. I think we're doing a 6-man playoff spot. So this matchup was almost my matchup of the week. Because of the implications. I mean, Jim really needs a win this week desperately, as does Mark. But Mark doesn't. He has a little bit less to win off this. But looking at the teams here, it's Josh Allen versus Carson Wentz, DeAndre Smith versus Cordarrelle Patterson, and I'm not sure if he pronounces it Cordero or Cordarrelle, but. Nonetheless, I'm going to call him Cordarrelle Patterson because I think that sounds more fluid. The running backs, I do not like Mark's running backs here, though. He does have Cordarrelle Patterson, but he's also sitting with Melvin Gordon in his running back too. So not great. Obviously he lost Derrick Henry for the foreseeable future. Okay, they're at the end of the year, the remainder of the year, you lost him. So. I'm also looking. Mark's got DK Metcalf, great player, but DK's really playing. To be quite honest with you, in a sea of misfits right now on Mark's team. Looking at Jim's team, it's just a better team. DeAndre Swift's having a good year. Zeke's having a pretty good year. Justin Jefferson, great player, having a great year. Stephon Diggs, great player, having an okay year. I just like Jim's team up and down the lineup way better than I like Mark's team. And Mark. Not a knock on you, bro. Your team's really, your team was good, but obviously it hurts to lose Derrick Henry. You never want to see that. But because of that reason, I think Jim advances. Goes 5-5, solid 500 record. He's going to be sitting in 6th place after this week. And I'm putting the spread right now. They have the spread by about 15, 17 points about. So I think I'm going to go with Jim, and I'm going to make the spread. He's going to blow Mark out. I think I'm going to put him at 18.5. So 18.5 for Jim moves to 5-5. Just to keep us going here, I'm going Dalvin Cook, Dalvin and the Chipmunks versus Hig, Barry, Saulback. So this is another one of those 6-3 teams. This is another guy, Sean Murphy, who is hoping for a playoff spot right now. He's one game behind 6th place, with just like Jim. But Murphy is on a 2-game losing streak. So this is something that he really needs to hope he snaps this week. But I don't think he does. Lamar Jackson only got 16 points for Matty P. But Justin Tucker got him 4 points. He's ahead by 20. Let's call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. Looking at these teams, Dalvin Cook should be good against LA, but I was told Russell Wilson's good to be reactivated off of IR, but it's Friday morning and he has not been activated off of IR yet. So Murphy needs to figure that out. But as it stands right now, with the way the lineups are, Rodgers and Russell Wilson are both out of the lineup right now. So I have to kind of honor that. I think it's a different story if you throw him in the lineup, but. Man, I don't know. I don't trust Christian McCaffrey this year. I love Christian McCaffrey. I don't think he's going to come back and he's going to just light the league up. It's the NFL. You have to also honor that. So looking at both of these, I mean, Sleeper has Murphy favored here by a few points, probably about 11 points. So. And I think because Lamar Jackson and Justin Tucker already played. But looking at these teams, like I said, if Russell Wilson is back, I'm going to go on that. So Russell Wilson, Dalvin Cook, James Robinson, who's having a really good year, A.J. Brown also having a pretty good year, Terry McLaurin, Kyle Pitts. I got to lean Murphy. I think this is going to be a closer game. It's tough. I'm going to lean Murphy though. I think it's going to be a little closer. I think it's going to be about 8.5 spread. So it's going to be a touchdown. It's going to be a flip. If Christian McCaffrey can go off this week, then obviously that's going to flip. But I'm going to go off my gut instinct. Murphy's going to win 8.5 points. Book it moves to 5-5. Haigberry Saulback is going to be moving down an echelon after this week, and the last matchup before our game of the week. I know we're all looking forward to the game of the week. Brady's 8th ring versus Team Franny Fantasy. I don't know what it is about. Franny trying to play fantasy football, but the guy just cannot catch a break for any of his teams, and it's. I don't know. It's disheartening because the last year he was the last place team. This year he's the last place team. How do you not just kind of say I got to move on from fantasy football? I'm not good at it anymore. But hey, we do it for fun. We don't do it for anything else. The glory, obviously, but I'm not even. I don't even need to go into this lineup. I think just based on the teams. Without looking at Pat's team, he's got Derek Singletary, what is that, Darrell Williams, or Damian Williams maybe? It's Darrell Williams. DeAndre Hopkins is, like I said, he's a player in a band of misfits with Patrick Mahomes. Those are the only two guys that Franny has working for him. So because of that, I'm going with the other team, the team with Matt Stafford, the team with Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans. Mark Andrews got 18 points last night, so Franny, you're going to lose out this week, bro. Sorry. You're going to 1-9. Sleeper has you losing by 30 points, 29 to be exact. I'm going to say the spread's going to be more. I think the spread's going to be more in the 45 range, so I'm going to go 45.5 spread on this. Now, this next matchup is something that I think a lot of people would expect. I mean, these are two teams that are, there's playoff implications. And for every matchup, not just this matchup of the week, but that being said, guys, this matchup is exclusively Fear Boners, Cayman Wentz. This is an epic matchup. This is a rematch. I think I've already played this guy maybe twice already. Maybe I only played him once, but I think I beat him once. He beat me once, and I think we're playing again. I think that's the way. I think that's what's happening right now. I'll have to double check, but the game of the week, it's Team P-Word Destroyer 69-420. Yours truly versus the Commissioner, the Fearless Leader, the Lemon, the Big Dog, Mr. Suck My Chub, and I'll tell you what, Lemon, it's not looking good for you, bro. Devontae Freeman was your running back 1, got you 8 points. I'm looking at this. Sleepers got me favored by 4 points, so it's the closest spread. It's the closest spread out of any of the points, or out of any of the matchups. But I'm going to win this week, and I'm going to tell you why. Looking at the quarterbacks, Kyler Murray, as long as he plays, I'll be golden. I think I can get anybody to fill in. I'll have more time to work with that this week, I think. I'll make a decision tomorrow, but he's listed as questionable. Kyler Murray versus Ryan Tannehill. Leonard Fournette versus Devontae Freeman, a.k.a. Leonard Fournette needs to get more than 8 points, which he definitely will do against the Washington defense. James Conner's playing Carolina. They stink. He's getting a touchdown. He's the touchdown leader for a reason. He's going to get me 2 touchdowns this week. Devontae Adams is playing Seattle. Not a great secondary, as we all know. Chris Godwin playing Washington. Mike Gesicki got me 0 points, which hurts. And obviously you, Travis Kelce. Cole Beasley is my flex this week. I'm playing him over Jacoby Myers, who's playing Cleveland. And Gronk is apparently back, but he's questionable. So I'm not putting him in the lineup. So looking at your other side, Devontae Freeman got you 8 points. You're playing Javonte Williams, never heard of him. Javonte Williams on Denver is your running back 2. Deebo Samuel is playing the LA Rams, who just upgraded their defense, so I think he's going to struggle. DJ Moore, has not had the year that you probably really wished, Lemon, but nonetheless, he's in your lineup playing Arizona. Travis Kelce playing the Las Vegas Raiders. They're a mess right now. He should go off. And I think that's probably why they have it so close. Plus, you got Keenan Allen in your flex here playing Minnesota. But to look at Keenan Allen's stats, he's had an okay year. Not a great year, an okay year. 2 touchdowns. So looking at this, I'm still giving myself the win. I think it's going to be... They have it about 4 points right now. I think it's going to be a little closer. It's going to be a squeaker. I'm going to squeak this one out by 3.5 points. You guys can take it to the bank. But I'm going to move to a 6-4 record. I'm going to be sitting. I'm going to be sitting in the standings next to Matty P after this week. Lemon is going to be fighting for his life for a playoff spot with Jim and Murphy. And we're going to see how things shake out rest of the year, guys. But other than that, I mean, that's really Doc's Fantasy Corner. I mean, those are the matchups. That's why we come here every single week. I don't really have much else for you guys. I'm going to try to come out with some more content, better content. I have something in the making right now currently, so we're going to have to see and keep you guys updated on what's going on. But until next time, guys, this is Doc's Fantasy Corner. This is your host, Doc, and let's have a Sunday, boys.
I walk the streets, same one since day one. I never give up, and put the record on repeat. I thrive on beats, and funky psychedelia.